Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I want to dive into something pretty cool. It's quite dark, mysterious, and pretty creepy from Dark Disciple, but I think a lot of you will be interested. We're going to talk about the Nightsisters of Dathomir, but more specifically, their rituals and dark side magic. Now, in Dark Disciple, Ventress takes Quinnland Voss back to Dathomir for a very specific purpose, to train him in Nightsister magic. And she really doesn't waste much time with him. The trial involving a creature called the Sleeper. You might have heard me talk about this in the previous video, but we're going to go more in depth today from some excerpts in the book. Ventress describes it perfectly. The depths of these pools have never been plumbed, and they're home to many creatures. There is one that the Nightsisters call the Sleeper. To fully be accepted as an adult, a young woman of my clan underwent a rite of passage. Using her force abilities, she would awaken the Sleeper, dominate it, and force it to remove a piece of its body. Now, this thing isn't just an ordinary beast, it's very ancient, it's saturated in the dark side, and you have to dominate it through sheer dark side power alone. No mind tricks or half measures. If you fail, you're going to be consumed forever. It's pretty hardcore, and if you kind of think of it, it's like Luke's cave on Dagobah, but instead of a symbolic vision, you're literally wrestling a monster born of darkness. It's like the darker witch version, basically. When Quinnland first hears about it, he's quite dismissive, thinking it's just some random force-sensitive animal that he can easily subdue, where Ventress quickly shuts him down and says, "Quinnland, it's the Sleeper, not a sleeper. It's ancient. You can sense how strong the dark side is here. Everything, even the wildlife, has been touched by it in some way. The Sleeper can only be awakened and controlled if someone thoroughly subjugates it with dark side power." So Quinnland dives right in, confident but very unprepared for how powerful this creature is. The Sleeper surfaces from the pool, massive eyes staring him down. "Two huge lavender eyes," reads the book, each the size of Voss's head, emerged from the water. A wave of resentment that was so powerful it was almost physical buffeted Voss. He didn't hesitate. He harnessed the hatred and hurled it right back at the Sleeper. This is Jedi gone dark at its best, in my opinion. Voss was embracing emotions that Jedi normally reject. Anger, hate, fear, and it worked. He masters the beast, just like young Nightsisters did before him. But the Sleeper is just scratching the surface of what Nightsister rituals can do. Ventress reveals another deeply personal experience, her own rebirth from Sith assassin to Nightsister. "This is where I truly left being a Sith behind, where I became a Nightsister. I was reborn. I went into the waters a Sith and emerged a Nightsister." Ventress's rebirth wasn't just symbolic. It's a literal transformation, something deeper and far darker than a typical Jedi or Sith conversion. It reminds me of Vader's transformation, but while Vader lost himself to darkness completely, Ventress's rebirth was quite different. She consciously chose the Nightsister's magic to reclaim herself from Dooku's betrayal. Even death isn't final for the Nightsisters. Remember, when Mother Talzin kept returning again and again, refusing to stay dead? Well, the rituals are designed around the idea that death is transitional, not absolute, which we saw in Tales of the Underworld. Nightsisters preserve their dead sisters in living pods, encased in life energy, ensuring their spirits never truly fade away. This directly ties into Ventress's own fate after she sacrifices herself to save Quinnland. At the novel's end, Voss takes her back to Dathomir and places her body in the Sleeper's pool, as we also saw in Tales of the Underworld. There's this beautiful, haunting moment in the book where Voss senses Ventress being accepted back into the Nightsister collective consciousness, whispering voices, energy shifting, and the water itself turning vivid green, which, as you know, is indicative of magic. Nightsister magic, at least. Voss felt a bittersweet joy as he heard the whispers of women's voices, the Force reclaiming Dathomir's wayward child, and Ventress, at last, had come home. This set up the perfect possibility for Ventress's eventual resurrection in Tales of the Underworld. It proves again how deeply intertwined the Nightsister rituals are with the Force itself. Not the Force as the Jedi or even Sith understand it, but a primal, elemental, life and death version unique to Dathomir. And let's not forget Mother Talzin's rituals with Savage Opress. That whole twisted process, turning Savage from a simple Night Brother into a monstrous Force-wielding assassin, was pure Nightsister magic. Painful, transformative, and totally dark side infused. Ventress, the Mother Talzin's aide, had tried to kill the Count. Ventress took the Night Brother Zabrak named Savage Opress and trained him in a brutal manner, forcing the dark side upon him with Mother Talzin's rituals and torturing him when he disappointed her. This isn't Sith training, it's something older, weirder, and in some ways scarier. Savage became a walking weapon, not through meditation or lightsaber practice, but through raw dark side alchemy. In the end, Nightsister rituals show us another side of the Force. They're much more visceral, more emotional, and deeply tied to life and death itself. While Jedi view death as a natural return to the Force and Sith desperately fight against it, Nightsisters dance with death, moving fluidly between life, death, and rebirth. It's a darker, mystical approach to the Force, and, well, honestly, it's one of the cooler things that I find in Star Wars, and why I really want them to extrapolate on this idea and dive deeper into Dathomirian magic, Nightsister magic, which I'm excited to see in Ahsoka Season 2 when they go to Dathomir. Hopefully, they'll be showing a lot more of magic and really what it's all about. And hopefully it won't be, trash like the thread and all this junk. So, what do you guys think? Could Nightsister magic be stronger or more profound than traditional Jedi or Sith Force use? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new here. As always, remember, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, the Force will be with you always.